All right, guests, friends, and family, welcome to the very first episode of Crazy Fire Concert. So, yeah,
Unofficial name.
Unofficial name. The name is undecided as of now, but will be decided shortly. Maybe we should do a poll on
with all of our loyal fans. Yeah.
All of our many loyal fans
that have yet to even exist.
Yep, that's right.
Just let us come out and say,
you'll see one day
the terrible audio and terrible video. This is our first time, so we're gonna advance and get better and better.
The vertical recording.
Next thing you know, we're gonna have a whole studio. We're gonna have a person not designed. I'm sorry, that's messed up. Designated for searching up stuff, like Jamie.
Oh yeah, like Jamie. We'll have everybody.
Yep, that's right. And we'll have guests. We'll have guests.
Like,
well, we have some people in the works.
Very famous guests.
Yes,
very famous guests.
We'll keep them secret for now, so our fans aren't spoiled to the surprise.
We'll surprise them when the time comes.
That's right. Yes. That's exactly right. We should also do a poll as to what type of merch we should start first. Like, should we do hoodies? Also, Brayden, turn your camera horizontal.
We're already talking about merch. How can we make this as profitable as possible?
It wants to be horizontal. Okay, hold on.
Jarvis, search Anthony Fantano.
We'll get some good hats. We'll get some good.
How's that?
I don't know what else. Oh, that's good. I can see your keys, but that's fine.
Is that better?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I got a Matchbox 20. Shout out. Or good artist. Anyways. Oh, crap.
This is definitely a first-time podcast experience.
We are we're not profitable yet. Not yet, dude. Who knows? Maybe we'll become bigger than Joe Rogan. Who knows? We don't have any sponsors yet either. So, anybody, Agilite, please sponsor us. We are great.
Agilite. Are we talking gear today?
Ooh, let's not go down the gear rabbit hole yet.
No, not yet.
That's more yet. Episode 10.
Yeah. In due time.
All right. So where do we start?
See, I think where we start is we probably shouldn't ask that question because then we look like we don't know what we're doing.
Ask.
This is off to a great start.
Ask what question?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we should probably
absolute.
We should probably not be like, oh, what should we talk about?
Okay, so we let's introduce ourselves. Let's not forget this is the first episode. Everyone's meeting us for the first time. So Bjorn, do you want to start? Your name, occupation?
I'll do my name, my major, my hobbies, all the normal things. As you can see, Bjorno, that's me. 22, male, American. Anyways.
American male, approximately
I'm a human, and I'm
21 years of age. My name is Andrew. I am an astrophysicist and
very accomplished.
I do very complex things that the normal human mind could not comprehend.
He spent a lot of time on the Kerbal Space Program.
I'm
He did.
aerospace engineer for Kerbal Space Program.
Okay.
Wait, no, he forgot his address.
Groups of people yet.
And social security number.
Yep. Okay, Brayden.
I'm Brayden, 22 male. astrophysicist assistant. So I kind of file all the paperwork and actually do all the hard work, and the astrophysicist just comes in and takes all the credit. I write the documents, I write the papers, and do the research. And he just comes in, takes my papers, and hands it into the press. So
okay, so you're like the nurse.
He's like the real
hospital.
engineer.
I'm not that familiar with how hospitals work, so I want to say yes, but it would not be correct to me.
The
to
nurses
say,
do all the
say
work,
it.
and the doctors just stand around and say, "Oh, yep, that's
Take
right.
credit for
You're
everything."
sick. Take this medicine."
We're probably offending somebody right now.
As
I
if
think we've already
anyone's
offended
listening
quite a
to
few.
us.
Oh, dude, we'll have millions of listeners. Everyone out there will listen. It is a great podcast, recommended by many.
It's gonna be a great one. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yes.
So you know how sometimes girls just wear a sweatshirt and not a shirt underneath?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I just tried that, and I am honestly impressed, because I always thought that would be terribly uncomfortable, but it's actually very comfortable. It's very nice.
How does it feel to not have your breasts supported, Braden?
I've always lacked that ever since I was born, so I really don't know. But I'm sure if I had some honkers, it'd feel, I would guess, a little uncomfortable, if I didn't have anything to support them. I don't know. Bjorn, you have much larger breasts than I. What do you have to say?
I don't need support for mine, but I mean, I could see where it could be needed.
Andrew? No, well,
Braden wears his pasties underneath his hoodie.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, we're getting pretty good at setting like what type of podcast this is going to be right off the bat.
This is just going to be a weird one. By the way, gotta cover the name.
Absolutely.
You know how what are they called? A koozie? You put it on a can so it keeps it cold.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So this is a koozie with a built-in. So it's like a thermos, but then it has like a little cooling thing at the bottom. You put it in the freezer. You put it at the bottom. So let's say this is like warm, been outside all day. Put it in there.
What? That's actually kind of cool.
Cools it right down immediately. Super convenient, super nice. And I got it for Christmas. I haven't used it for fishing yet or anything else, but I would just like to say, be amazing for fishing. Anything outdoors.
What brand is that? Maybe we can get them on board as a sponsor.
I don't think I should say the name.
Yeah, not yet.
But
we'll get in contact with their sales reps.
Yeah, well, and we'll have to talk to our attorneys too to make sure we can actually, talk about it so we don't get sued for copywriting or, etc.
Yeah, that's right.
Why do we always have something to talk about when we're gaming, but when we get on a podcast, we can't think of a single thing other than a koozie?
Well, because it's like when we're playing Minecraft, everyone's just building, and so no one's ever talking when we play Minecraft. When we play Halo, it's all just inappropriate jokes. And Sea of Thieves are busy sailing the whole time. But
we need some kind of mental stimulation going on.
Some sort of
in the background.
Yes.
All right. Well, okay. So I just heard this today. The Russian battalion only has 10 tanks left. Could be false news.
All right, let's fact check
Russian
this.
battalion?
How many
fact check
tanks does the Russian? Oh, I can't type very fast.
Which battalion? That's like a generalization.
Oh,
like a tank battalion's like the one group of tanks, right?
One of the battalions making up an elite Russian tank regiment waging war in Ukraine has just 10 tanks left, operated by 30 soldiers, according to Ukraine's armed forces. So it's according to Ukraine. So you don't know if it's actually true. I'm not saying like Ukraine's bad. I'm just saying like, of course, they'd be trying to say good things to boost morale for their own.
Right. Propaganda on both sides.
It's the 26th Tank Regiment.
This
26th Tank Regiment.
Yes.
This totally reliable news source that I just found
Newsweek.
says, no, I don't even I don't even know what news outlet this is.
Try to pronounce it.
txtreport.com.
txtreport.com.
I
I
have
have
no
never
idea.
heard
Nice.
It says that Russia started with 3,300 combat ready tanks, and have lost 2,899. So they would only have 400 tanks left, according to this.
That's pretty bad.
It also says, according to open sources, Russia has up to 15,000 tanks in storage, but probably only 20% of them can be restored and
they're
sent to
probably like
war.
World War II era tanks.
Yeah, they're probably not in great shape. Yeah, it would freaking suck, dude, being over there. Like, because I actually wanted to kind of talk about this, but like the movie All Quiet on the Western Front that I just watched the other day, I feel like fighting in Ukraine would be a lot like that right now. A little colder this time of year, but like just as muddy is what I would assume.
Yeah, well, you've seen like videos on Telegram or like different combat footage websites, and they show what it's like there right now with this current conditions. It's like just straight mud, and like I don't know how much the rest of the country is like getting snow, but where we live is actually pretty similar weather, like comparatively speaking, with like precipitation.
I didn't know
It's
that.
actually really similar.
But
I mean,
like,
if you
looking
think about it,
outside right now, it's like it's snowing right now, and it's been pretty wet the past few days too. So yeah, if it was like flat plains like Ukraine is, I could see it being real muddy.
I'm guessing there's a lot of trench warfare. I haven't seen All Quiet on the Western Front. Is that just a lot of trench?
well, yeah. I mean, when you look at the maps right now, I mean, I know they're not completely accurate, but when you look at them, they're kind of at this, what is the word for a stalemate, right? Where it's like the troops on both sides are just kind of stuck at this one point, and they haven't been moving for like months. Like there is a little bit of movement back and forth, like give and take, but it's not like extreme by any means, like as far as what's been taken, what's been lost, and whatnot.
Because
so it is kind of like a World War I type situation.
Because Andrew, you've seen All Quiet on the Western Front, right? The new one.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So yeah, Braden, it's a World War I movie. It's based on a novel by a guy who fought in World War I, a German. And it's not like a biography, but it's like based on his experience fighting in World War I against the French. And they made a movie about it in like the 30s, I think, the 20s or the 30s. And they made another one in the 70s, and then Netflix just released another version of it like a month ago or something. And it's pretty crazy. Like at the end of it, like it said that like 1914, because that's when the year started, like the Germans pushed to this one area, and then they got bogged down by the British and the French, and the lines moved, maybe like thousands of yards for the rest of the war, like not even a mile or so, really, at least along the Western Front. It didn't move for 4 years. People were just, going back and forth in the trenches and stuff. It's a pretty gnarly movie. Like, I'd say Saving Private Ryan is probably a little more violent. Like there's a lot more like dismemberment and stuff in Saving Private Ryan. But it's still pretty hardcore and All Quiet on the Western Front.
You know, I know this is a weird subject, talk about like trench warfare, but if you're there for like that long, like really weird, but what do you do with all your shit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Shovel and throw it out in front of you. But then like you move 100 yards the next day, you have to walk through it.
Yeah, I mean that would be part of it, I guess.
I mean, I'm just thinking of have you guys seen the Band of Brothers?
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
I just put it in my grenade sump
Gross.
at the very bottom of the foxhole.
Jeez.
But there was a part,
not leaving the foxhole for nothing.
there was another company in the trenches, and all of them took a shit, and the next company came in. I think an Easy Company, or I wouldn't trust me on it. But everyone's shit in all the trenches. So the next company came in and they all had to like scoop all their shit out of the trenches. I just imagine
gross.
like I mean, you're not leaving that trench because you'd be scared as shit to get shot. I mean, you'd have to shit in there while 10 of your buddies are all surrounding you.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair.
Or have you heard about
something? I think something happened with my connection because I kind of lost you there for a second.
He was just saying how it was gross.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have heard of how it works the tank too, right? I think they use like an MRE bag.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Like sometimes tanks, they can't get out of there. I'm probably wrong. I'll have to watch it again. I watched a video about it. But sometimes they're in there for a couple days, and you know what I mean? Like there's 4 or 5 dudes in there. They have to take a shit sooner or later. So they just take a shit in the MRE bag and seal it up, and then put it somewhere in the tank until eventually like they're safe enough they can go throw it out.
Dang. Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
sorry.
Taking a deuce in a MRE bag.
In a tank, like a small ass tank with 4 other dudes. I think it's still rank, man.
Bro, that's actually kind of similar to freaking Texas a couple years ago in the wintertime when it like froze over. Dude, okay, gross story, but like one of my buddies, he so on my mission, they so they were locked in their house basically, because they're snowed in, and all the pipes had frozen, so they didn't have any running water or anything. They couldn't use the toilets, and it was a little more funny because he had already been joking about this. Like it was kind of an inside joke that we had, talking about like the poop sock. It's so gross. But then winter hit and froze over, and they couldn't use the plumbing, and so he had to actually use the poop sock. Yeah.
No, why? Why would you do that?
What else is he gonna use?
Wait,
for the viewers that don't know what a poop sock is, Bjorn, please describe.
Why not?
Is.
Why
It's
not
just
why
a
not
sock.
a bucket or something, dude?
I don't think they had a bucket. That's
Like,
what I'm
go get a
saying.
bucket.
No, I think
There's
part of it
like
was
there's nothing else.
I think part of it was because of the meme, because he had been joking
Because he just
about
wanted to meme
having
it.
a poop sock. Yes, but it was also partly out of necessity because they were snowed in, frozen in their apartment or whatever. So
So what did he do? Just like toss it out of the window or something?
yeah.
Just
he,
let
like,
it
Like a grenade.
freeze.
Like a sticky grenade.
NATO.
So I Google search define poop sock.
So
Oh,
gross.
no.
A sock filled with poop that one usually uses to hit another person with.
What? I didn't
Oh my
know
gosh,
that was
those
the use.
trick-or-treaters
It must be a prison thing.
were covered in poop juice after I hit them with my poop sock.
What the? This is awful.
What was that? That was probably Urban Dictionary then, right?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah,
man.
that's horrible. Those trick-or-treaters were covered in poop juice after I hit them with my poop sock. That's terrible.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was like by definition meant to be used as a weapon. That's
Yeah, neither did I.
news to me.
I just thought it was like just a joke. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No one would actually use it. But anyways, that's pretty graphic.
Yeah, maybe we should change the subject from fecal matters.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know. We just talked about fecal matter for like
Here,
20.
I got something for you.
All right,
Are
let's
you
hear
talking
it.
about like the bar thing?
Oh, yeah, there's the bar story as
No,
well.
we're not talking about that.
Maybe for the next
Oh,
episode.
We're not talking about that.
Oh, damn it.
dang. All right.
This is sensitive topics. But I
All
do
right.
have something else for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
So if you guys don't know, there's a website called globalfirepower.com where they compare different countries' military strengths.
Yeah.
And there's supposedly supposed to be like a mobilization from Belarus that's happening. There, I saw an article stating that they were asking like males from the age of, what was it, like 18 to like 60 or something like that, like pretty old, to come into like recruiting offices. And I don't know if that was just to make sure that they were like ready for some kind of like draft or something, but that's a good question. I wonder, so does Belarus have mandatory military service?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's much that I could speak to with this stuff.
Wow.
I mean, because they've got the flashpoint thing for Poland versus Belarus. Oh, interesting. 0 is optimal. So the further you are from 0, the less effective you are. Oh, dang. Belarus is tiny population-wise too. 9 million. We have.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, so we're gonna look at never mind all that, but we're gonna look at the firepower comparison between Belarus and Ukraine.
All right, let's see it.
So here we have Ukraine Army equipment. Oh no, this isn't the okay, hold on one second. Belarus has a power index of 1.0485 and ranks 60 out of 145 in countries. The power index of Ukraine is 0.2516. And so the score on those is 0 being optimal. So like the less the number, the better, I guess. And they rank 15 out of 145, which is actually really surprising. So let's see. So pretty much win in every single category. Ukraine does, except for geography, which is kind of strange. I don't know why that'd be the case, but so manpower, Ukraine wins. Air power, Ukraine wins. Land power, Ukraine. Naval power, Ukraine. National resources, Ukraine. Financials, Ukraine. Logistics, Ukraine. But geography, Belarus takes the cake, which is interesting. Oh, yeah. So as far as geography, Belarus wins, and that's the only category out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories. I don't know if I already went through the categories, but
yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, so in manpower, okay, here's the stats here. Total population for Belarus in manpower is 9,413,505.
Mhm.
Ukraine is 43,528,136. And then the available manpower is for Belarus is 4,989,158. And for Ukraine, it is 22,199,349. So that's a difference of 17,210,191 troops. That's actually insane. But it gets even crazier is that's just the available manpower, and then the fit for service, the difference between the two. Ukraine being the winner of the two is 11,849,451 fit for service.
A really interesting one. United States versus China.
I just looked at that. That was weird.
Yeah, I'll go through the categories. So manpower, China wins. Air power, USA wins. Land power, China wins. Naval power, it says China wins. Technically, they do have more boats at this point. Natural resources, America. Financials, America. Logistics, America. And geography, America. I was looking a lot like the Belarus to Ukraine stats. Like total population, 337 million to 1.4 billion in China.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, so the difference in available manpower, China has 613 million more available manpower.
That's insane.
Than the US.
That's another good point. There's like nobody is, as we're all sitting here, like military aged men, and we're not enlisted, but we all have like different reasons. But
fit for service,
yeah,
even that 501 million, almost 502 million. I mean, that's more. They've got more of a difference. Or let's see, they've got double the fit for service that we have population, more or less.
But you also got to remember, so China has been known to like lie pretty bad about all their stats.
Yes,
that's true. That's a good point.
So
but
we don't.
I do think
seems realistic.
I do think though with the population, I think they're probably underselling the population problem because they had all their like one child policy stuff, so they were trying to keep it down, and I doubt they were able to control it as good as they said they were. That's just my layman's perspective, but yeah, I think that I think their population is like a good thing, but also a bad thing. Like, I think they do have too many people. Like, they don't have the infrastructure to, supply them for a prolonged conflict, and I just don't think they have enough control over that many people to, be super effective with them. It is interesting though, like the active personnel. For military.
Did I lose you guys again?
No. I don't think so. But the active personnel, they've got 610,000 more, which I guess that's a lot. But it's 2 million compared to 1.3, 1.4 million.
Have you guys ever checked out this website Nuke Map before?
I have, yeah. Nuke Map's pretty interesting.
Wow. Did you see the aircraft one?
I did not see the aircraft one, but
so the aerial tankers. I probably just butchered that. Anyways, China.
No, yeah, that's what.
4 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And they only have one aircraft carrier from what I remember, 1 or 2.
We destroyed them in air power.
Well, that's the thing is I don't think that they would. There might not be very many cases where they really need to actually use those tankers. Because like if it was like over Taiwan or something, they're like within flying distance of Taiwan. Like I don't know if they'd maybe they would have to refuel in between, but I don't think it's really even that far.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're in a terrible spot as far as that goes.
But if it was like
to only have that many.
Mm-hmm. But they're not so spread out with all their bases and stuff like the US is.
I mean, you
have to remember aircraft carriers too, because we can always land on aircraft carriers.
So the real question is, say that you are on a leisurely cruise and you get stranded on an island and it gets invaded by the Chinese. What are you going to do to defend yourself? Or will you turn yourself in? Braden, what would you do?
Okay, so describe the scenario again. Describe it again.
Okay, so one way or another, let's say it's like a
why would they be coming after you?
No. So say you're on a cruise ship, right? And let's say at this point you're on the ship and war breaks out. And since you're kind of headed that way towards China, they use one of their anti-ship missiles, sink the cruise ship because that's what I say they're gonna do. And you're the only survivor off this cruise ship, and you land on some East Asian island, and China's projecting their power out, and they're coming to this island, and you're an American they're at war with at this point. So you're the enemy, and you don't want to get captured.
What you doing though?
Because Americans tend to have a bad experience being imprisoned by East Asian countries.
I'm gonna collect all the resources on the island, like Ark style, and then I'm gonna dig a really deep hole in the ground, and I'm gonna camouflage it. Wait, so do you? Is there like a time period that like they're gonna be there in 20 minutes or something like that?
Let's say you have a day.
All right. Well, are you in good condition too? Like, are you like you have a broken leg from the?
Say you get off the boat in a you're fine, you survive. Maybe you're a little waterlogged, but that's about it. And you have a lifeboat. You made it off of one of the lifeboats, but you don't have any other people. No, desert island girlfriend. Sorry.
What island are you talking about? Let's actually get a real island.
Let's get we're diving in deep here. All right, Google Earth.
How about McDonald Island?
Here, one sec. I'll find a good one. I'll just go get a Big Mac.
A McDonald's. I bet you China already made an island that has a McDonald's on it.
No, there's literally an island that is called McDonald's. I think it's off the west coast of Australia. Let me look it up. Where is it?
All right, let's see. East China Sea. Say you're on the island of Tarama. It is east of Taiwan, and it's very small.
We need to think about resources here. What kind of resources?
Oh, never mind.
Have?
That's not a desert island. It seems to be very inhabited. 1 sec.
Well, I mean, okay, so I mean, if you are on an island by yourself, what would be the point of China thinking you're such a high value target to come after you?
Well, no, they're not coming after you. They're just like like they're just moving their troops and stuff outward, and you just happen to be on one of the desert islands that they're taking over.
Pretty sure you'd just be
okay.
screwed, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have any weapons, and even if you did have a weapon, who's to say that you could actually really fight effectively against a
Oh, here
huge
we
number,
go.
probably not a huge number, but a good amount of troops.
Kumba Jimba Huangwei Yu Island.
All right, I am not gonna try to spell that one.
Here.
My search
Let
history
me-
is weird if I type that up.
I'll type it in the Discord so you guys know how it's spelled. Is Kuba Jima Huangwei Yu.
Oh yeah, I would have got that wrong.
It is very small, and I don't think there's any trees. Or maybe those are trees. I'm having a hard time deciphering if those are bushes or if they're taller.
You know, I think I just camp in a bush. You know, wait till zone and close up.
Wait for the zone.
Wait for the-
Yeah, camp the bush.
Ooh, no, this would be a sick island right here. Let's see if there's any
You know,
No, there's
there's
no
no way they're setting up
pictures.
an air base on that, though. I mean, it just looks like a mountain, and the cliffs around it would be impossible.
yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
So,
I
are they
mean-
coming after me because of my social credit score? It's too low because I said too many controversial thoughts.
Yeah, you said too many negative things about Xi Jinping.
I
They
said
decided
John's
to get rid of you.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
What, the
So now
island?
you're actually like you are being hunted at this point.
Oh, you're hunted because you made an Instagram post comparing him to Winnie the Pooh. They're like,
And
Ching Chong, we must send troops. That'd be pretty good.
I want to see this 3-dimensionally.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
trying
go
to.
on Google Earth.
Ooh. Okay, here's a better island.
Just
Yuat Suri Jima.
Why is it called Jima?
Dao Diao Yu Tai.
Drop it in
It's,
the chat.
Yeah, I just typed it in. It's like southeast or southwest on that first island. This one would be a sick island, I think, to be like stranded on, I guess. I don't know what kind of
Ooh, yeah.
I don't-
I like the picture there too.
So,
Okay.
me and the
do they-
So we-
boys rating East Asian islands.
Like, how cool would it be if you actually just took over one of these islands? Like literally,
Yeah, dude.
that's
You're like-
actually like you probably could do that.
You're like on the east side. You land like on that beach there. Dude, there's like little like swimming holes, you know, where the water's calm. There's probably fish there.
Hmm
so
You
is
could
there
chop
an
down
ape,
all these trees.
is there an ape population?
I don't know. Here, let's
We could
I'll
use that
copy
to our
and paste
advantage.
this.
Oh wow, yeah, look it up on Google Earth. Pretty cool place.
Here, I'm just gonna put this in and see what comes up.
You don't have to worry about your light and noise discipline and covering your tracks and making sure they
Oh.
didn't know you were taking resources. You have to
So
be
this is good. So they are administered by Japan, so they're Japanese territory, uninhabited. They're called the Senkaku Islands. Pretty cool.
Alright.
the first thing I would do is take my SIM card out and smash it so they couldn't track me through TikTok.
don't
Oh,
even
my For
delete
You
TikTok.
page. No. Yeah.
Like your for you page literally just turns into a bunch of Chinese military officials like screaming at you.
Imagine.
Where you
现在
at,
我
American?
有冰淇淋，冰淇淋。That'd be pretty good.
Dude, some of these
All right.
islands are really cool.
Okay, so the biggest island, the one that it's called Uatsuri Island.
Hmm.
So that's the Japanese name.
Did you put it in the chat, bro?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, here I'll copy the link for the Wikipedia article so you guys can look at it with me.
It's really quite a small island.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you sent a new one in.
4.3 square kilometers. So yeah, that's pretty small. Let's see, geology. Oh, let's look at animals. This is important. All right. In an account by Hisashi Kuroiya, something like that, it was noted the large number of birds present on the islands. Tens of thousands of short-tailed and black-footed albatross would flock to Otsurishima in the colder months, while hundreds of thousands of sooty tern and brown noddy would descend. Those are awesome names. A sooty tern.
I love me some brown noddy.
The brown noddy just looks like
cook them up.
It looks like a brown seagull, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, but it is, the island is swarming with blue bottle flies and mosquitoes.
Ooh, dude,
So
this sounds really bad. Not the mosquitoes. I'm not.
No thanks.
I don't think me or Angie likes mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes suck.
So there's also Cuba Island, which
Cuba?
I think.
Wait. Let's hold on, because we know a lot about this island now.
No, so this is all in the animals section.
Oh,
so the biggest island is the Uatsuri Island, the one that's like the mountain. So that's the one with all the birds and the mosquitoes. And then Cuba is the first island, the one that was flat, and I couldn't tell if it was trees or bushes. I think they're trees though.
Yeah.
It says that they let's see, what did it say? They also noted a large number of chickens and feral cats on the islands.
Ooh, okay.
That's a stable source of food right there. You can figure out how to eat chicken and cats, right?
Well, let's not involve the cat eating part of it, but I like the chicken part.
Dude, that's actually crazy. So these islands, like, and they're not that big. They're pretty small. Like, you could legitimately, you could get some chicken going. You could get some fish, some birds. You could be fishing out there. You could. I wonder if they have caves too. You could live in a cave, or even just build a shelter.
Is there a way to? Yeah, you can check distance. I'm gonna see how
about
far it is between two of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how are you getting saved though?
I don't think you are in this scenario. Okay. Wait a minute. How do I do this? Oh.
I would collect all the hens and get all their eggs.
Start breeding. Okay,
start breeding.
Yeah. 27 kilometers. So even if you like made a raft or something, that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
27 kilometers. That's really not that far.
Well, I guess if you had, because you have, okay, in our scenario, let's see, if you land on that one.
That's 16 miles, bro. You could.
What's 15 kilometers?
15 kilometers is 9.3 miles.
Okay, so what I've discovered, if you land on what's the island called? Cuba, the flat circle shaped island. So you
Mhm.
land there. That's one with all the cats and chickens, apparently. Then you could do 9 miles to the next nearest island to the south or southwest. Then you could island hop to the biggest island instead of just going straight there. And it's yeah, so 9 miles to the first island, then it's probably like just a mile in between all the other islands from there if you wanted to get to the biggest island in that chain.
How far is it to Taiwan from there? That would be, that's your rescue right there, man. You're going to Taiwan.
Yeah, if you wanted to go from the biggest island, which is the closest to Taiwan, to the next closest island, and then just make your way to the mainland, that's 207-ish kilometers. Yeah, 140 kilometers to the nearest island if you're heading in the direction of Taiwan.
From
the biggest island, whatever it's called, Butsuri.
So what is that? 150 miles?
Maybe.
Dude, this is actually kind of cool.
138 kilometers. I'm American. I don't know what that is.
You can change it. You can change the unit of measurement to miles.
Oh, you're right.
In there.
Yeah, 85 miles. That's a pretty long boat ride. Like if that's pretty open sea as well. But you'd be on your you'd be on the rowboat that you survived off the the cruise
you
ship.
could take you could take your lifeboat that far. People have rowed across the Atlantic with a glorified rowboat.
Us when we play Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
but it's true. Like it's possible.
If you have no way to hold fresh water, I mean, you're not making it that far.
I think that if you have the rowboat though, it's all right. We're going way deeper than I intended with this question, but now I'm interested. What supplies are in a lifeboat?
Oh, okay. So if we're on a cruise ship, we're talking about like the big lifeboats. So I mean, there's a lot of good supplies in there. So I mean, why even stop at this island? But
yeah,
China would just see if they took down that the cruise or the cruise ship, they would easily catch up to you in a escape boat or whatever the hell they're called.
Oh, dude. There's almost not even a reason to, like, if you're the sole survivor, if you're the only one to get off the boat in one of these things, there's no reason to get off of it. So let's see.
Yeah, pretty much. And they're going to be looking for you. And why are you on a cruise in the middle of a war zone?
No, the war starts while you're out on the cruise.
But why are you by Taiwan?
So
what cruise ships go out that far? What are you in Japan or Taiwan and taking a cruise?
Okay, so a cruise ship lifeboat. So these are like the big honking ones. It has enough supplies for 150 passengers.
Holy crap.
What?
Yeah.
They can hold that many? I guess
so. If you got off on one of those, then, dude, yeah. Because here's what it says. So 3 liters of water per person, dipper and drinking vessel. almost 2,400 calories of food per person, fishing tackle, first aid kit, 40 hours of seasickness medication, thermal protective aids, oars and boat hooks, 2 buckets, a baler, survival manual, compass, sea anchor,
Oh my
2
goodness.
painters. I don't know what that is. 2 hatchets, flares, electric torch. I'm guessing that's a flashlight, signaling mirror, life-saving signals poster, a whistle, jackknife, 3 tin openers.
My goal is to
Um,
steal a lifeboat from a cruise ship now.
Yeah, dude, you
He's
get
stealing
a
the lifeboat. Get
manual
him.
a manual bilge pump, tools, fire extinguisher, searchlight, and radar reflector.
What's the bilge
That's pretty
pump? Is that to pump water out of the bottom or something? If
Mhm.
there's like
Yeah.
you're getting water, taking on water.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so this is going into more detail. So for water, out of all the rations on board, water is the most important. Each occupant is allocated 3 liters of fresh water overall. Official advice is to not issue any water for the first 24 hours unless an individual is injured, pregnant, or sick. After that, the ration is for 500 milliliters of water per day. 3 liters of water should be enough to survive for 1 week.
3 liters?
That's what it says. You can survive off of 3 liters of water for 1 week, but that's if you're not like exerting yourself, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're just kind of like floating around, just not really doing nothing.
Yeah.
3 liters? That is not a lot. Wow.
That's how much I have in my Camelback. I could drink that in a day.
Yeah, that's actually really crazy. I wouldn't want to be doing that.
That's not even a gallon.
That's probably just like basic, like the absolute minimum
Yeah.
that you need to survive.
All right, let's see. What else is there? Cruise ship lifeboats from mywaterearth.com. Oh, dude,
Cite your sources.
look this up. Look up just a picture of a cruise ship lifeboat. Actually, here, I'll share the screen.
Okay.
Some of them look pretty fancy, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Yeah, so it's like something like that. I mean, it looks like it's got an engine on it. Something like that is probably kind of what I was thinking. Or something like this. But yeah, those look like they've got motors on them and stuff.
I wonder how much fuel they have.
Yeah, I wonder.
Because that would dictate whether you'd be able to go to the island or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm sure they also have smaller inflatable lifeboats as well. Like inside of those.
The lifeboat within a lifeboat.
When do you think the last time a cruise ship sank?
There was one not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, didn't one happen during like COVID or something?
Yeah.
A cruise ship, you said?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
My Google's
cruise
being
ship
ripped then.
sinking. I'll just go to news, I guess.
Because I just see one that was in January of 2012. But that's quite a long time ago.
Yeah, there was one. I think Andrew's right. Like, I think that the most recent one happened during COVID or something. Let's see. The last one was, let's see. This one says that the last one was one that was docked in Beirut when that giant explosion went off.
Off Taiwan?
Beirut,
Oh,
Lebanon.
Yeah.
Um,
One was docked there when that happened.
apparently,
And did that sunk it?
yeah, but there's also a Chinese river cruise ship that sank in 2015. Let's see.
Can you imagine being on that boat and that just huge, like absolutely massive explosion rocks the ship and you're just like immediately sinking?
Yeah,
Your
would
eardrums are like
suck.
blown and just like everything is just absolutely destroyed.
dude,
That was an
that's what
insane explosion.
dude, that's what the people experience when we blow up gunpowder barrels on their boats in Sea of Thieves. The stronghold barrels, the green ones.
Oh
What
my
they see,
gosh.
giant Beirut explosion. What we see were sea shanties. Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Immediate plays for those who shall not return.
Cruise ships also have brigs too.
Oh, they do have brigs. That's very cool.
That's a good topic. Let's see what a brig looks like in a cruise ship.
Oh yeah,
There's a cocktail bar in it.
modern brig on a ship. That's what I'm gonna search for.
Oh wow, that lady looks sad.
A tour of a modern ship's brig.
I am not.
No, that's
finding it.
bridge, not brig. Let's see here. Oh, there's no pictures.
Yeah, I can't find anyone.
This may be a rabbit hole worth searching. Why is there no pictures of a modern brig on a ship?
They don't want you to know.
They don't want you to know that the brigs are fake.
They're
You
not
won't
gonna
get arrested
know.
on the cruise ship.
They're not gonna know. They're gonna know.
Yeah.
How would they know?
Why are cruise ship jails called brigs? A brig is a prison, especially a naval or military prison. All right. The word brig comes from the term brigantine. A brigantine is a small two-masted ship with large square sails. Very cool.
We are very familiar.
Yeah, we know how to do
Yeah,
that.
dude, I've sailed a brigantine before. Yeah.
We have
exactly how it
several of
is.
our own.
Just ask me to trim the sails. I'll do it for you. It's pretty funny. Brayden, how much longer do you have?
I have really 5 minutes.
That works out good
5 minutes.
because we've only got 5 minutes left till the Zoom meeting ends.
Let's hit the final few bullet points. Wink, wink.
Bullet points? What are you insinuating?
Points.
Okay, no. So, what would your in 1 minute summarize what your game plan would be with our desert island scenario, escaping from the Chinese? You have a cruise ship, lifeboat, so you don't have to worry about supplies, but they are very visible. You'd be found pretty quickly. So that's the drawback. And Andrew, you go first.
I'm taking the risk. I'm just going straight to Taiwan. I don't even care. I'm not even stopping at the island. I'm just going. And if they come for me, they got the helicopters up in the air. They're circling. I'm just gonna be shooting flares over there. I don't know, man.
Can't catch me, call me.
I would defend myself with the hatchet to the best of my capability.
Use a flare gun against them. Some guy boards the boat. Flare gun. Flare gun in the
That'd be
face.
pretty
Takes a flare to the forehead. He just opens up the door. Dunk. So stupid.
It just bounces off. He's like, "What the hell was even that?
Yeah, I would.
Did this bastard shoot me with a flare gun?"
What is this? The forest?
And they
He-
proceed
he-
to just like
he
missile
pulls
your
out
boat.
his lighter.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even stop, dude. And because like I guess you could have the chance of them like you being rescued, right? Because
Mhm.
first responders or whatever, they're gonna be going to where the ship sunk.
Mhm.
They're gonna know where it was at.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't even risk that because the chances are the Chinese are gonna get to you before
2 minutes.
the other
in.
help. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
good
do.
plan.
I'm
Braden?
just going straight to the island, not even stopping.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Mr. Hubert. Straight to the island. I pray for the best. You know, aim a flare gun down your throat, and if they catch you,
Oh jeez.
Dude,
It's pretty hardcore.
yeah,
Mm.
pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
Well-
I don't know. I don't know if I would I don't know if I would go to Taiwan. I think that might be a little sketchy if the Chinese had started a war. So I might try to go in the direction of like Okinawa. Because it's further, a lot further, but
so you
I don't
take the long route, bro. You'd be going
or
like
maybe just go to that Miyakojima Island. Because that's
Mhm.
Japanese territory and it's got lots of people on it, it looks like.
They have a very nice national park, by the way.
Ah,
Very
Anywho.
beautiful.
okay. Well, I am gonna call it then.
We
That
got
is
the first out of the
concluded.
way, so
This has
welcome
been
to
You-
a fun experiment. We'll do this again, and hopefully we'll have a famous person on next time. Somebody's in the works. So
And-
very famous.
comment if you want to be included in the episode. The next episode.
yeah, comment if you want to join us in becoming
That would
famous.
actually be kind of fun. That'd be fun to have somebody random just come on the podcast.
We'll do a Patreon. That way, people in the top tier can join us.
We'll fly you out here to us.
We'll fly you out here to a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I don't think we
Jeez.
got that kind of funds, bro.
Yeah.
We don't have the budget
Anyways.
for it, but anyways.
All right, Braden, send us off. Hurry, you got 30 seconds.
Tiddly da. I hope you all have a great day.
What?
You know, have a good day. Say thank you to your parents. And this is the first episode.
Respect the elders.